Many people think that it's tough to balance school and sports. Teachers and student athletes from Portland Westphalia gave us some answers on this topic.
It's hard for me to tell people how to handle it exactly. I mean, we really should put family and school above sports, but I know for a lot of kids, sports is above that. I think as a culture here at school, we need parents, administrators, teachers, everyone else to really emphasize that school really is above sports, but at the same time, we can't really just let sports go. You know, it is really powerful for a lot of kids though. So it's just kind of a mind frame, a cultural shift at school that we need.
As a teacher, sports have affected my life in a positive way because I get to form some pretty great relationships with students outside of the classroom that last far after they graduate.
Sports have affected my life in a positive way. They've taught me the importance of working hard to reach your goal, and they've taught me responsibility.
Sports has affected my life because it has helped me meet new people and had opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I wasn't in it.
Schoolwork and sports, I balance those very carefully. It's taken years for me to find a good balance, especially with Carter. He comes with me quite often, loves the kids, but it's really a matter of priorities and putting what needs to come first, and creating a balance.
I balance schoolwork and sports by prioritizing most important, which would be school, then going to work at the sports.
I balance school, work, and sports because I don't have a job, so that makes it easier. But I do my homework after practice, and sometimes if I don't have time, I'll do it in the morning.
You know, I don't know if it's necessarily been harder. I've had to make, certain choices and decisions based around, what comes first and the priorities that I have, which is okay. It's part of being a grown-up.
School has been harder because of sports, because sometimes you miss some classes because of sporting events and you have to make up all the work that you miss.
Well, schooling has been harder because of sports because I don't have as much time to do my homework, but I mean, I still can do it. It just makes it harder to have it done completely sometimes.
I coach because I love working with the girls. They're a lot of fun. They keep me young, first of all. And it really goes back to those relationships. It adds to my job here at school. And it also allows, kids to get to know me outside of the classroom.
I play my sports because of when my parents encouraged me when I was younger to be active in sports, and they just encouraged me to do what I want, but I just pick the sports that I've done.
I do track and cross country because it's fun and it's different to be with such a big group of people, because with other sports there's only 10, 15 or whatever, but it has a lot more people in it and it's fun.
When I was in high school, I was in sports, and I thought it was a really great thing because it taught me good work ethic. Some people can get that through a job, some people can do it through sports, some people can do it just through hard work at school. But sports probably resonates with a group of kids that maybe doesn't, a job or academics probably just doesn't, fit their mind frame. So sports can be really powerful for a lot of kids. Some kids keeps them in school, some kids it teaches them work ethic. So it can be a great thing, but there's only 24 hours in a day, so it gets really difficult for them to balance all of this.
Being proactive, you learn year from year what to do and what not to do. And really it's fun. I don't get too serious. I don't take it home with me. I don't let it affect my home life. But you just you take it as it comes, and you learn, and hopefully you have fun along the way.
You just take it day by day, keep working, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll eventually get through it.
I handle the stress of being an athlete by always just taking my time, taking one step at a time, and relying on my teammates to help me.
Well, as a teacher, I know students are really dealing with a lot of stress. They have so many things to do, and I know when they're in sport, it's like, well, I want to give this because I think it's going to give them something they can use someday, or it's going to help them on a test or whatever else. But I know if they're in that sport, they're also going to be busy with that night, and I know that's a hard choice for them to make. Is, do I try to do well in this class, or do I try to please my coach, parents, and develop that skill? And that's hard to balance, And I know they probably like sports more than homework, but I know they have to do the homework, so it just kind of stinks for them.